I welcome you all to this English video class, 11th English, Unit 3, Part 1. Today we are going to learn a meaningful lesson called Forgetting, written by Robert Wilson Lind, prepared and presented by Mr. Arvikaraj, English Department, Mount Zion Metric Higher Secondary School. Before going into the lesson, let us warm up ourselves asking few questions so that we'll be better clear about this lesson. When we read the lesson's title itself, we should ask ourselves, how forgetful are we? Definitely we can say that we are all forgetful at times and would like to find ways of improving our memories. In a way, everyone is suffering from forgetfulness. It's not that I alone, it's not that you alone. Most of the people have been suffering from forgetfulness. Psychologists say that forgetting makes you smarter and improves our memory. We cannot keep all that information or activity in our mind. Certain things has to be forgotten completely. Then only the other activity or the other important information can be kept in our brain, in our mind. So, have you ever lost or misplaced anything of value due to forgetfulness? So, when you think about this one, someone will say that he or she forgot to bring money when he or she went for shopping. The other one will say that he or she forgot to bring the hall ticket when they went to write their public exam or the final exam, whatever it may be. Okay, still many more actions that happened in their life. If you say yes to this, at times instances of forgetfulness may land us in a tight spot or in a difficult situation. Therefore, we need to find ways to remember what we have to do or carry with us. One way is to make a mental checklist that we can verify before starting any activity. Okay, the mental checklist in the sense of we have to make a checklist. What are things to be done today? What should be avoided? For all these things, if you make a checklist, definitely you would come away from this disease, what you call it, forgetfulness. The author has been giving us some practical ideas to overcome forgetfulness. It's a general ideas. Okay, general ideas to overcome forgetfulness in our day-to-day activities. You can set an alarm. When alarm goes, we remember, oh, this thing has to be done. Okay, along with the alarm, you can also give a reminder what is the purpose. Using daily work chart and time chart. Whatever that you are going to do daily, what are you going to do that particular day. Okay, you can mention the timing also. So we remember and do the activity. And next one is a habit of review daily night. Usually the hostel students used to review the activities that they had done throughout the day just before going to bed. And so many other people also, they used to have this habit of it. So when they do this kind of habits, what happen, they can overcome this forgetfulness. The next day onwards, they easily, quickly remember the thing. Note down in the important dates in the calendar. Some people, they used to note down in the calendar. So because the calendar is in front of us always, maybe in the hall, okay, an important study room, like that. When we see the calendar, we will be easily identify the particular information, what is being done on that particular day. Using small pocket diary. We could say some people using a small pocket diary, they used to write it everything, some important news, important messages. That would also rectify their forgetfulness. So using small pocket diary is also one of the important one. Keep everything in its proper place. Even in our study room or in our house, things should be properly kept. It's not dump it everything at one place, okay, and put it in a heaped way. And when you want to search something, when you want to find something, you won't be getting it. So keep the things, everything properly at a proper place. So these are the ways where you can overcome forgetfulness in our day-to-day activities. Another one you can ask the question is that, is forgetfulness a result of carelessness or preoccupation? Forgetfulness is a result of inattentive, low-level attention, or giving importance to a particular event, paying more attention to any particular. So that's why we used to have this forgetfulness. Students sometimes or many times forget because of their inability to understand or disinterest in the subject, non-availability of guidance and clearing their doubts. Carelessness leads to forgetfulness, for proper habit is not inculcated in the home by parents. When they have not inculcated in the home by parents, the students will be led towards the uninterested ways. When students involved in chatting on cinema or cricket or in any other game, whatever they liked, they are led to forget many important things on the particular days, on the particular thing. They should be given proper guidance. They should show improvement in their bring out to overcome the forgetfulness. Okay, students. So just these are the things that we have to remember when we learn this lesson, forgetting. Okay, students. So let us move on to learn about the author. Robert Wilson Lint, from 1879 to 1949, an Irish writer, is one of the greatest essayists of the 20th century. He is an Irish writer, editor of poetry, urban literary essayist, and strong Irish nationalist. Actually, he was born on 20th April 1879. Belfast, United Kingdom. He was the second of 7 children to their parent. And in 1949, he died. And he was one of the greatest essayists of the 20th century among many other essayists in the 20th century, like David Foster Wallace, E.M. Foster, George Orwell, Susan Sontag, D.H. Lawrence, and our author himself, Robert Wilson Lint. He began his career as a journalist. Okay, அவர் முதல்ல அவருடைய வாழ்க்கையை ஆரம்பிச்சது வந்து எது மூலமா ஒரு பத்திரிகை நிருபரா வந்து ஆரம்பிச்சார். ஒரு பத்திரிகை எழுத்தாளரா வந்து அவருடைய வாழ்க்கையை ஆரம்பிச்சார். He penned numerous articles for the leading newspapers and magazines like Daily News, The News Statesman, and Nation. Actually, he began as a journalist on the Northern Whig in Belfast. Firstly, he wrote drama criticism, which was edited by Jerome K. Jerome. Later, being its literary editor since 1912 to 1947. He wrote under the pseudonym. What is the meaning of pseudonym? The short name of Robert Wilson Lint, under YY. Earlier, when he wrote his articles and his essays and all that, he wrote in the name of YY. YY meaning it refers to years. YEARS, years, or refers to wise, WISE, wise. A name that someone used instead of his or her real name, especially on a written work. Or even shortly, if you want to say, that is called a pen name. Or புனை பெயர் சொல்றோம். Okay, அந்த புனை பெயர் வச்சு தான் அந்த எல்லா essayலையும் எல்லா articles, whatever the articles they write, they used to use this name YY. It's not that Robert Wilson Lint, but they use it YY. That's a pen name of Robert Wilson Lint. His essays cover a wide range of simple and interesting topics. They are humorous, delightful, ironical, and satirical. Okay, his essays were so simple and interesting topics. Okay, where it was not boredom, where it was uninterested. It was so interesting and simple topics. They are humorous. Okay, ரொம்ப ஜோவியலாகவும் இருக்கும் அவருடைய எஸ்எஸ் எல்லாம் எல்லாமே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ரொம்ப ஜோவியலாகவும் இருக்கும், அதே நேரத்தில் ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சிகரமாகவும் இருக்கும். சார்மிங், வாட் இஸ் கால்ட் டிலைட்ஃபுல். அண்ட் ஐரானிக்கல் அப்படின்னா முரண்பாடு உள்ள ஒரு எஸ்எஸ்ஸாக இருக்கும். அப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா சேட்டரிக்கல்னா என்னது, கேலி, நையாண்டி அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, நையாண்டி நாடகம் அப்படின்லாம் சொல்கிறோம் இல்லையா, அதே மாதிரி தான் வந்து சமுதாயத்தில் உள்ள குறைபாடுகளை வந்து சீர்திருத்தும் நோக்கத்தில் வந்து இவங்க இந்த essays எல்லாம் எழுதுறாங்க. Almost most of the essays are such a way. They don't directly point out the mistakes, point out the problems in the society. They used to express it through their essays like humorous, delightful, ironical, and satirical ways. Okay, the following essays written by Robert Lint: The Pleasures of Ignorance in 1921, The Art of Letters 1921, The Book of This and That in 1915, Old and New Masters in 1919. These are all written by the author. Robert Lint was awarded with an honorary literary doctorate by Queen's University, Belfast in 1947. This is what the Queen's University, Belfast. So here only he received this honorary literary doctorate in this university. He was also honored by the Royal Society of Literature with a silver medal and by the Sunday Times with a gold medal for Bell's Letters. This is what the Royal Society of Literature. Here only he received a silver medal for his best article, best essays. And the Sunday Times in the magazine institution that awarded him a gold medal for Bell's letters. In his essay Forgetting, Robert Lind takes a humorous look at the nature effects of forgetfulness. Okay, in this essay, in this lesson, The Forgetting, Robert Lind takes a humorous look. This is also one of the humorous essay that we are going to study about. Let us also learn the theme and the message of this lesson. Forgetting is the core of the essay, and the author has approached it through many routes, giving examples from real life. He has given some examples of by his own life, where he accepts that he himself is suffering from forgetfulness. Okay. Furthermore, forgetting is a common phenomena which forms part and parcel of human life. Okay, so forgetting is a common phenomena. It's not that I suffer, it's not that you suffer, or only particular people. It's a common phenomena. Everyone is having the forgetfulness. It cannot be ruled out or wished away. அதை வந்து நம்ம என்ன செய்ய முடியாது, நிராகரிக்கவும் முடியாது, அதை வந்து நம்ம ஏற்றுக்கவும் முடியாது. ஓகே, அப்படிப்பட்ட ஒரு விஷயம் தான் அது. On a serious note, the author underlines the importance of an ordinarily good memory because the fabric, communication, and the safety of society depend on it. So when we remember the things at correct time, at correct dates, that would give good result to the society. When that is not happening, then something negative would occur. So that would all go to the credit of this society. That's why we should have that. The significance of the title is the subject matter of most of his essay is concerned with the chorus of daily life, and he draws his characters from it. His own character has been brought out in this essay. Forgetting is about a common man's persona. Everyone is having this kind of thing. We are pack of efficiencies and errors. People have been so efficient to remember so many activities at correct time, at exact time. At same time, they do make some mistakes. They do forget certain things. That's not what I call it. Forgetting is one of the important characters in the story of Common Man, which Lind has boldly and beautifully portrayed. He never felt shy to bring the forgetfulness in his life or in others. So beautifully, so boldly he has told in this essay. Now let us read the humorous essay Forgetting by Robert Lind and his analysis of the fundamental reasons for forgetfulness in humans. A list of articles lost by railway travelers and now on sale at a great London station has been published. And many people who read it have been astonished at the absent-mindedness of their fellows. Okay, in London railways, the travelers have lost so many articles. All those articles have been collected by the London railway department, and they have planned to sell it to the people. And this news was published in a newspaper. When all the people read out this information, they were all surprised. They wondered, how is it possible? Okay, so when they could read all these things, okay, and many people who read it have been astonished, சர்ப்ரைஸ்ட். இப்படியும் மக்கள் இருக்கிறாங்களா? ஏன்னா ஒருத்தருக்கு நம்ம நினச்சிக்கோ நமக்கு தான் அந்த ஃபர்கெட்ஃபுல்னஸ் வந்து இருக்குது, இந்த ஆப்சன்ட் மைண்டட்னஸ் வந்து நம்மளுக்கு தான் இருக்குது அப்படின்னு நினச்சிட்டு இருப்போம். But when we read and when we could see this, where the railway travelers have taken the lost and found things have been kept for sale, we feel that not only we who suffer, but many people who suffer of absent-mindedness. Okay, here in this place only all those lost and found things have been kept for sale. If statistical records were available on the subject, however, I doubt whether it would be found that absent-mindedness is common. புள்ளி விவரங்கள் கரெக்டாக நமக்கு தெரிஞ்சுது அப்படின்னா, அந்த ரெக்கார்ட்ஸ் வந்து கரெக்டாக நமக்கு இருக்குதுன்னு தெரிஞ்சிச்சு அப்படின்னா நம்ம வந்து இப்போ ஈஸியாக நினச்சிடலாம். அதாவது என்னென்னா, இந்த ஆப்சன்ட் மைண்டட்னஸ் வந்து நமக்கு மட்டும் கிடையாது, எல்லாருக்குமே இருக்குது. அண்ட் ஃபைனலி த ஆப்சன்ட் மைண்டட்னஸ் இஸ் அ காமன் டு எவ்ரி ஒன். They can decide it, because many people have been thinking that forgetfulness is only with certain people. Okay, only they are being absent-mindedness. But when they come to know this one, they feel that it is a common problem. They have to take it easy now. It is the efficiency rather than the inefficiency of human memory that compels my wonder. The author is so surprised about the efficiency of the people. Inefficiency, அது வந்து நமக்கு அது எல்லாருக்கும் வந்து நடக்கிறது தான். மறக்கிறது, absent-mindedness இருக்கிறது வந்து காமன் விஷயம்தான். Something he wonders about the efficiency of the people. What is the efficiency here? Remembering certain activities, certain things, everything doing it correctly. அதை நினைச்சா தான் அவருக்கு ரொம்ப சர்ப்ரைஸாக இருக்குது அப்படிங்கிறத நினச்சி பார்க்குறாங்க. In today's modern man remembers even telephone numbers. He remembers the address of his friends. He remembers the dates of good vintages. Today's man, modern man, remembers even telephone numbers. Around 20 telephone numbers he is able to keep in his mind and tell others. Or without seeing the contact, he dials the number and rings. Okay. He wonders about this kind of people. He remembers the address of his friends. ஓகே, ஒருத்தரோட சில பேருடைய அட்ரஸே வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பார்க்காமலே கரெக்டாக டக்குன்னு சொல்கிறாங்க இல்லையா? ஸோ அதையும் பார்த்து அவருக்கு ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியமாச்சு. இன்னும் அடுத்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஹி ரிமெம்பர்ஸ் த டேட்ஸ் ஆஃப் குட் வின்டேஜஸ். எந்த இடத்துல எங்கே வந்து நல்ல வாயின் இதெல்லாம் தயாரிக்கிறாங்க, மதுபானங்கள். ஓகே, இதெல்லாம் தயாரிக்கிறாங்க, எவ்வளோ டேஸ்ட்டாக இருக்குது, எந்த இடத்துல வந்து அந்த வாயின் வந்து ரொம்ப டேஸ்டியானதாக விற்கும் அப்படிங்கிறத எல்லாத்தையுமே வந்து பார்த்திங்க அப்படின்னா ரொம்ப மைண்டில் வச்சுருக்காங்க. ஓகே, தே யூஸ் டு ரிமெம்பர் அண்ட் டெல் த பீப்புள். So this is what he wonders about. Not only of that one, he remembers the appointments for lunch and dinner. என்னைக்கு யாரால் வந்து அப்பாயின்மெண்ட்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்காங்க ஃபார் லஞ்ச் அண்ட் டின்னர், அதெல்லாம் வந்து ஞாபகம் வச்சு கரெக்டாக அதை போய் அட்டன் பண்ணுறாங்க இல்லையா? ஸோ அது இருக்குது. His memory is crowded with the names of actors and actresses and cricketers and footballers and murderers. Okay, the man's mind is filled with, crowded with the names of actors and actresses. Many people could say the actors and the actress names, okay, in which movie they have acted, okay, where they have come exactly. எந்த இடத்துக்கு வந்திருக்கிறாங்க, யார் அந்த பார்த்த ஆக்டர் ஆக்ட்ரஸ் பேர் என்ன, அப்புறம் கிரிக்கெட்டர்ஸ், ஆல் த இந்தியன் கிரிக்கெட்டர்ஸ் நேம்ஸ் ஆர் பின் கெப்ட் இன் தியர் மைண்ட் அண்ட் ஆஃப் தியர் அச்சீவ்மெண்ட்ஸ் அண்ட் ஆஃப் தியர் ரெக்கார்ட்ஸ், இதெல்லாம் வந்து மைண்டில் வச்சுருக்காங்க. ஓகே, அண்ட் சம் ஆஃப் த ஃபுட்பாலர்ஸ் நேம்ஸு அண்ட் ஈவன் சம் மர்டரர்ஸ், யாரை கொன்னது அப்படிங்கிற விஷயம்லாம் பார்த்திங்கன்னா எப்பயோ நடந்த விஷயங்கள்லாம் பார்த்திங்க அப்படின்னா கரெக்டாக டேட் போட்டு சொல்லக்கூடிய ஒரு சக்தி அவங்கள்ட்ட வந்து இருக்குது. ஸோ இதெல்லாம் நினச்சி தான் வந்து ஆத்தர் வந்து ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியப்பட்டு போகிறாங்க. ஓகே, தட்ஸ் வாட் வி see. Okay, let us he can tell you what the weather was like in a long past August and the name of the provincial hotel at which he had a wild meal during the summer. Okay, the man is able to remember the weather. Maybe last year at same this time, perhaps 2 years before or 3 years before, is able to remember the weather which happened, whether it was sunny or cloudy or it was rainy. All that is he is able to tell about that one. Another important is that the provincial hotel in particular area at which he had a wild meal during the summer. இந்த சம்மர் டயத்தில் போயிட்டு ஒரு ஹோட்டலில் போயிட்டு எந்த ஹோட்டலில் வந்து ரொம்ப மோசமான ஒரு சாப்பாட்டை சாப்பிட்டாங்க அப்படிங்கிறத கூட அவங்களால வந்து சொல்ல முடியுது, ஞாபகத்துக்கு இருக்க வச்ச முடியுது. ஏன்னா மறக்க முடியாத விஷயங்கள் இதெல்லாம். ஓகே, பை சீயிங் இட் ஆல் திஸ் திங்ஸ் when the author wonders about it by looking at their exact memory, exact remembrance. In his ordinary life, again, he remembers almost everything that he is expected to remember. What he wonders is that man is able to remember everything that he expected to. எதெல்லாம் மைண்டுக்கு கொண்டு வரணும்னு நினைக்கிறோனோ அதெல்லாம் மைண்டுக்கு கொண்டு வந்து மக்களுக்கு எடுத்து சொல்கிறாங்க. ஸோ இதை பார்த்து தான் வந்து ஆத்தர் வந்து ரொம்ப சர்ப்ரைஸ் ஆகிறாரு. Is it clear? How many men in London forget a single item of their clothing when dressing in the morning? Not 1 in 100, perhaps not 1 in 10,000. How many of them forget to shut the front door when leaving the house? What does the author says is that in London there are so many people, they go for works, they go for job and all that. How many people forget single item of their clothing when dressing in the morning when they dress, whatever, they never lose any single of it. Sometimes we find people forgetting either a tie or specs, wearing taking specs or shoes or whatever that may be, certain things. 100ல் ஒருத்தர் கூட கிடையாது, ஏன் 1000ல் ஒருத்தர் கூட கிடையாது, அப்படி பர்ஃபெக்டாக இருக்கிறாங்க. in London the people wear all that necessary things before going for a job without forgetting anything. And also how many of them forget to shut the front door when leaving the house? ஒருத்தர் வெளியில் போகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி வந்து யாருமே வந்து அந்த ஃப்ரண்ட் டோரை வந்து க்ளோஸ் பண்ணுறதுக்கு மறக்கிறது கிடையாது. This is what he feels something surprising. Scarcely more அப்படின்னா என்ன, யாருமே கிடையாது, எல்லாமே பர்ஃபெக்டாக இருக்கிறாங்க அப்படின்னு அர்த்தம். And so it goes on through the day. Almost everybody remembering to do the right things at the right moment till it is time to go to bed. And then the ordinary man seldom forgets to turn off the lights before going upstairs. நாள் முழுவதும் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா அவங்க என்னெல்லாம் நினைக்கிறாங்களோ, அவங்க என்னெல்லாம் செய்ய நினைக்கிறாங்களோ, all that has been perfectly done. Okay? They remember everything and they do it correctly at the correct moment before going to bed, since morning till evening. Before going to bed, whatever, they do it everything correctly. Even ordinary man seldom forgets, means whatever, they never forget to turn off the lights. They turn off the lights and go to bed. Sometimes we go to the upstairs forgetting to turn off the lights in the ground floor. But whereas these people, whatever, they remember accurately and they do it everything perfectly and do the other things. There are, it must be admitted, some matters in regard to which the memory work with less than its usual perfection. And also he admitted that there are some perfect people. So far we studied about the perfect people. Now he says that he admits that there are some matters in regard to which memory works with less than its usual perfection. So far it did it with the usual perfection, remembering all that it in exact time. But now what happened, he brings out that there is some less perfection in our work. It is only a methodical man, he imagines, who can always remember to take the medicine his medicine his doctor has prescribed for him. என்ன சொல்ல வர்றாருன்னா, ஒரு சில பேரால் மட்டுமே வந்து டாக்டர் எழுதி கொடுக்கப்பட்ட மாத்திரை மருந்துகளை வந்து கரெக்டான டயத்துக்கு எடுக்க முடியுது. மற்றவங்க எல்லாருமே வந்து மறந்துடுறாங்க அப்படின்னு தான் அர்த்தம். ஓகே, இப்போ இந்த மறதிகளை பற்றி நினச்சி ரொம்ப ஆச்சரியப்படுறாரு. எப்படி இந்த மக்கள் வந்து இப்படிலாம் மறந்து போகிறாங்க அப்படிங்கிறது வந்து பேசுகிறாரு. This is the most surprising because medicine should be one of the easiest things to remember. ஆக்சுவலி மெடிசின் நம்ம மருந்து எடுக்கிறோம், டேப்லெட்ஸ் எடுக்கிறோம் அப்படிங்கிறது ரொம்ப ஈஸியான ஒன்று. ஏன் அப்படின்னா, யூஸ்வலி த டாக்டர்ஸ் ப்ரிஸ்கிரைப் ஆஸ் அ ரூல் இட் இஸ் சப்போஸ் டு பி டேக்கன் பிஃபோர் ஆர் டியூரிங் ஆர் ஆஃப்டர் மீல்ஸ், அண்ட் மீல்ஸ் இட் செல்ஃப் இஸ் ஷுட் பி அ ரிமைம்பர் ஆஃப் இட். சாப்பிட போகிறதுக்கு முன்னாடி சாப்பிடு, சாப்பிட்டதுக்கு அப்புறம் சாப்பிடு அப்படிங்கிறதெல்லாம் வந்து இதெல்லாம் வந்து ஒரு ரிமைண்டர். நமக்கு சாப்பாடுங்கிறதே ஒரு ரிமைண்டர் தான். 3 வேளை சாப்பிட போகிறோம் இல்லையா, அப்போ நம்ம வந்து நினச்சி என்ன செய்கிறோம், வி டேக் இட். ஸோ சாப்பாடு அப்படிங்கிறதே, சாப்பாடு சாப்பிட்ணும் அப்படிங்கிறதே அதுக்கு முன்னாடி நம்ம வந்து என்ன செய்கிறோம், வி யூஸ் டு டேக் மெடிசின்ஸ், tablets and go. The fact remains, however, that few but the moral giants remember to take the medicines regularly. Very few people, what call the moral giants அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம், பெரிய பெரிய ஆட்கள். ஓகே, ரொம்ப நம்மளுடைய வாழ்க்கையில் ரொம்ப கரெக்டாக பங்க்சுவாலிட்டி இருக்கிற மனிதர்கள் ஒரு சில பேரால் மட்டுமே வந்து இந்த மெடிசன்ஸ் எல்லாம் வந்து ரெகுலராக வந்து டாக்டர் ப்ரெஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணது மாதிரி எடுக்க முடியும் அப்படிங்கிறத அந்த இடத்துல வந்து சொல்ல வர்றாங்க. ஓகே, இட்ஸ் நாட் ஆல் cannot do this kind of activities. Certain psychologists tell us that we forget things because we wish to forget them, and it may be that it is because of their antipathy to pills and potions that many people fail to remember them at the appointed hours. Certain psychologists tell us that people forget things because they wish to forget. In the sense, what happened, all people do not like medicines, so they neglect or they dislike taking medicines because we wish to forget them. And it may be that it is because of their antipathy, because they don't like medicines. They don't like to take tablets, they don't like to take syrup or the liquid tonic, whatever that may be. Since they don't like to take that one, they forget usually. That's the usual things of the people. That many people fail to remember them at the appointed hours. At the appointed hours, at the correct time, they fail to take that one. Okay, students. So that is the end of today's class. The rest of the lesson will be seen in the next video or through the live class in the Zoom class. Okay, I hope you have understood the whatever that we have studied up to this, the introduction and the lessons. The rest of the thing we shall see it in the next video. Okay, dear students, you have been given here glossary where all the difficult words meanings have been given here one by one. You can read it by yourself and learn the meanings for the words, which should be much helpful to you to work out to get marks in the synonyms and antonyms. And this is called clipped words. You have been taught what is called clipped words. clipped word is equal to, there's a part of word is removed and a part of word is kept, and that will be giving the complete meaning of this complete word. A part of word will give you a complete meaning for that word. That is called a clipped words. For example, chimpanzee. The meaning chimpanzee is also same, and chimp is also refers to a type of a monkey. The same way, influenza. This we call it as a 3 types of clipping: front clipping, back clipping, and middle clipping. Chimpanzee, if you see, that is called back clipping. Influenza, if you see, front and back clipping. Just remove in and eza. Just clip these 2 part of letters, and what is left out? flu. That is called clipped word. Flu is also name for that disease, and influenza is also same way. So both can be used. It's a short form. It's nothing but a short form of influenza is called flu. This is the way all the words have been given here. You can read it by yourself, and this will be separately taught to you in later classes. This is professions with their relevant job descriptions. For example, pathologist studies diseases, ornithologist studies birds, entomologist studies insects. So it has been given there, the doctor's profession has been given here with the relevant job descriptions. You can study for yourself and learn it. And I have also given the question and answers which are fit to the first part of the video. The first one is what does Lind actually wonder at? Lind actually wonders at the great efficiency of human memory. Name few things that person remembers easily. That we already studied: actors, actresses, cricketers, footballers, murderers, and climate condition, and all that. What is the commonest type of forgetfulness according to Lind? Okay, so the few questions have been given here for your reference. You can just learn from here until you get your books. This is the 3 more questions. You can read it yourself and learn. The rest of the questions will be given in the study materials in the file. You can see and refer there also. This is a paragraph. In this lesson, the paragraph questions have been asked differently, as if you are asked to write a letter to someone of your friend, if you have hurt or if you have done something strange. For example, you have borrowed a branded cricket bat from your reluctant friend for an outstation match. After returning home, you realize you have absent-mindedly left in the hotel room. Write a letter of apology and regret to your friend. This is where they may ask you questions, so you should be ready to write of your own just by referring these answers. You can write of your own. The same way, the coming 2 questions also will be there. This would be one of the important questions. You find it here. Will you sympathize or ridicule someone who is intensely forgetful? Write an essay justifying your point of view. So based on the lesson, you can write it of your own after learning the lessons, essays and paragraph questions and answers and all that. Okay, students, so learn from here. If you don't understand, if you don't get clear about this materials, still you will get materials in the file. Okay, thank you very much.